fantasy, I call it hyper paradise. Check your Fahrenheit's, fixated, paralyzed. Always lucky cause I fixed the frickin' paradise. Waited in my favor, I ain't waiting up for later.
What is up, guys? Welcome back again. This time we're gonna be looking at a tips and tricks video for the Dancer top 10. Easy squeezy. You know how this shit goes, guys. Alright, so I shouldn't have to say this, but it needs to be said. Tip number 1, guys, freaking dance. Look at the benefits of dancing. So once you guys start actually getting into the dances and you start getting into the steps and stuff like that, the finishes actually start increasing movement speed, things of that nature, weapon skill, recast times. I mean, just look at it. I'm not even talking about like the damage that you can put on opponents by itself. I'm talking about just that the speed in which you can attack increases. So forget about the steps, forget about things like that. You know, we'll come to that later, but just increasing the speed in which you guys can put out weapon skills is ridiculous. I mean, I know it says 5% like right here on the screen, but I promise you it's gonna feel way faster than that. You're gonna be just throwing things out left and right. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. So again, dance. 2, the fan. Guys, the fan actually charges faster than you think. So to start using skills, and it's kind of like monk in a way. They kind of put like a monk like base to this, and they just made it a fan. So when you do the combo, so let's just go over real quick. The fountain combos for single targets, blade shower combos for multiple targets. Every fountain combo hit is 10. Look at that, that's 10 more. If I do the blade shower combo, it's 5 and 5 more. Now that changes because Dancer rewards you for hitting multiple targets. So if I use the blade shower combo in between, look, that's 10 plus 10 more. So I really got 20 just for hitting 2 enemies and I'm doing damage, right? So just by doing that, I got a complete fan by hitting 50% on the gauge, and it gives me saber dance. Saber dance is something we're really looking for. So the reason I say that is because when I saber dance, I'm looking for the kill. As soon as I get that 50%, it's on. The combination that I use is going to be saber dance, fan dance 1, fan dance 3, back to fan dance 1. Most of the time, I suggest you dance before this. So I go for it. I go 1, 2, dance, and then I go saber dance, fan dance 1, 1. I overkilled it a little bit, but that's just because I wasn't dancing already. So whenever I want to kill 50% enemies, I go saber dance, fan dance 1, 3, 1. That's the combo that I use majority of the time because it's the quickest, right? If I wanted to up that, I would start using the dash, or it's called in advance, right? But tip number 3, guys, you gotta start locking people down. I choose for optionals leg graze and foot graze. Don't really need to go over it. This one does a heavy, it's leg graze. Foot graze provides a stun and creates bind. I use that because it's a preference for the team. Like me just attacking on my own is okay damage. It's better than an archer, say like that, but it's better when I'm in a group. As always, I'm a ranged DPS, but I'm like the best ranged DPS in my opinion. If we're talking pure damage output in regards to getting damage onto someone and they can't touch you back, Dancer has that in spades. But locking down other people, create like I choose a 5-second time to kill. Like if I don't kill somebody within 5 seconds, I usually switch off. I switch through targets. I just rotate through them. If I feel like I've been in a fight way too long, I'm done. I switch off to a different target. I move on to somebody that's gonna be easier to take down. And just for positioning, when you guys are doing front lines, seek the middle all the time, because that's when you're gonna get big groups, people clumped up. Nobody's really gonna be targeting you. The fan's gonna charge ridiculously. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be hitting a crap ton of enemies. Anytime somebody says go mid, that's your time to shine. Go mid, please. Go mid. It's too easy for a dancer to hit the entire circle up there. I love going mid with dancer. It was made for that. But then again, you know, once you start getting into it, I use the curing waltz over med kits, because the curing waltz has a 30-second recharge timer. That's not that bad. You're not really gonna be getting hit too much anyway. The moment I get hit, I start kiting. I start running away and I keep throwing. Look at this distance. I probably can go completely to this corner and still throw. Yes, I can. Look at that. I can hit him from over here. That's how much distance you guys have. If anytime I get in trouble, I dash away and then I throw it out. I use curing waltz. He's not touching me. I stun him if need be, keep him off me. I can literally attack from across the map. Like, I'm mapping at this point. Come on, guys. This is child's play. Also, I dash for power. So I dash to get more damage out, right? So look at that. That's about a third of the bar compared to, let me just do it normally. Watch. That's like an eighth and another eighth. Like I barely did like 25% compared to 33% you're gonna get when dashing, right? And like I said, I kite to pull. So usually I make people chase me. I'll sit here and throw attacks, and then immediately they're gonna start chasing. I'm gonna be like, okay, chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me, chase me. I can hit from I can run and hit. They're not gonna catch up to me. If I feel like they're catching up to me, I dash and I keep hitting. It's too easy. It's too easy. A dancing tip to avoid mistakes. So right now I know a lot of you guys see this, right? So let me do technical step. I look underneath the fan. It's yellow, green, red, blue. Okay, you don't really need to look under that. If you actually look at the dancing skills, they light up and highlight themselves whenever I need to press them. So instead of looking at the bottom of your fan, I feel like that's kind of wasting a little bit of time. Just click the dance, and whatever is highlighted, click it, redance. Because you know that standard step is 2, technical step is 4. You know that. You don't have to guess that. So you know you're going to hit 2 buttons. Whichever one is highlighted, I go ahead and click that one. I don't waste time looking underneath the fan at the actual sequence. I feel like it's a little bit of a distraction and it's unnecessary. I don't have to look at that fan. You know what I'm saying? Anytime your fan reaches 100, get rid of it, because you're not gaining anything by holding on to it. Like, burn it out. Like I said, I dance ahead of time. See, look, I look at it. That's highlighted. That's highlighted. I know that one's a 2. Then I immediately look. Just empty the fan. I saber dance. That gives me plus attack. Saber dance again. 1, 3, 1. That's a kill. Saber dance. 1, 3, 1. 50% enemy. That's a kill. 2 saber dances. That's kind of a little bit of overkill once you already danced ahead of that. Tip number 9 is your adrenaline gauge is gonna fill quickly. You should get minimum 3 adrenaline gauges per game. Be careful shooting this at angles, like down ramps and stuff, because it's a straight shot. I've had it not proc a couple of times on enemies just because they were at like a downward slope, and this AoE shoots kind of straight, so you can miss it if they're like beneath you or above you. So I use it when people are lined up on a specific target, like we have to capture a zone, or everybody's in mid. I could just shoot it willy-nilly up there. I should be getting my adrenaline back super fast on mid anyway, because I should be pushing mid aggressively and spamming AoEs because it fills your adrenaline gauge like no other. Tip number 10, guys, just always pick a ranged dance partner, or at least that's my preference. I always pick a ranged dance partner because they're going to be putting out damage at a distance just like I am, so I'm going to run into them a majority of the time. I feel like people who are tanks or up close DPS, they kind of get in too deep sometimes and they die. But if you pick a ranged DPS like an archer or maybe even a black mage, somebody you know who's going to stay back with you a little bit, I find it easier to keep them as dance partners. They receive the buffs and effects, and we can burst down on enemies a lot easier because we're both trying to go for the same type of objective. He's not trying to run in, I'm not trying to run in. We're both sitting back and picking people off. If you guys need any more help, please just watch more of my dancing videos. I'm going to be putting them up. I'm going to be discussing some more topics when I actually put some gameplay up. That way you guys can see how I'm actually using the dancer to complete some of these objectives, how I'm bursting in and out, how I'm taking over the zones, how I'm making sure to keep my distance, you know, not getting pinched, exploiting AoEs, overtaking mid like a boss, and just dumping adrenaline on people. But alright, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. You know, it was fun. I'm happy to make these videos for you guys. Happy, and I really hope it helps you improve in your PvP game. Alright, guys. Peace.